What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Winner's Circle. Y'all, today's video is so important to me. It is going to be so beneficial for you guys, and it's going to allow y'all to have some breakthroughs. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about forgiving yourself, the importance of that, and how it can really set you free, and how you should be looking at mistakes in life and things that you would consider a mess up or something that you fumbled, something that you did wrong. I'm going to help you guys get through that. But before we get into the meat of this video, you already know what time it is, y'all. If you're not a part of the Winner's Circle, whatever platform you watching this on, make sure you like, subscribe, tap that bell, follow, join, do whatever it is you got to do to be part of the Winner's Circle, okay? Because you're going to get your life bossed up here, okay? But let's get into it, y'all. Make sure you leave me a comment. I'm giving y'all so much love. Leave me a comment. Leave hearts in my comments. I love the hearts. Leave me some feedback. Make sure you like this video and give me that good positive feedback. And let's get this video going in the algorithm, okay? Because everybody needs to hear this message. Everybody needs to hear this message, okay? So forgiving yourself, okay? Forgiving yourself of things that you feel like you should have done better. You could have made a better decision in certain situations, in certain circumstances, especially for a lot of parents out there. If you have children, a lot of times we wreck ourselves, wreck our brain trying to figure out, like, are we making the right decision? Do we teach them the right way? Do we give them the proper advice? And the answer is yes, okay? The answer is always yes. If you, just for the simple fact that you are wanting to do better, you on the right track. Just for the simple fact that you are saying, you know, that you are questioning your well-being, and if you made the right decisions, if you made the right choices, you on the right track, okay? Forgiving yourself over past issues is vital, because what happens is we tend to hold ourselves hostage for things that happened over the past, things that are no longer relevant to new circumstances, things that are no longer relevant, no longer serving us to current situations, current life status right now. And we end up in bondage over things that happened a long time ago, reminding ourselves like, dang, I shouldn't have did this. Dang, I could have handled that better. Dang, I should have said this. Dang, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have reacted that way. Can you guys relate to what I'm saying? I know you can relate to what I'm saying. I'm looking at this camera, I look a little crazy. My hair a little crazy. But anyways, we're going to keep on focused on the message though. But if you know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comment section if there are some things that you've done, didn't do, said, didn't say, that you look back and say that I should have handled these things different, because all of us can relate. Nobody is in this journey alone. All of us experience the same emotions, the same setbacks, the same trials and tribulations, ups and downs. We all share similar journeys. So let us know in the comment section if you know what I'm talking about. You guys be supportive of each other. But the importance of forgiving yourself is breakthrough, okay? We all want breakthrough. And I'm talking breakthrough in money, breakthrough in opportunities, breakthrough in better relationships, breakthrough in a better state of mind, a better quality of life. Any aspect of life, you are going to get a breakthrough when you can forgive yourself. And I'm speaking from experiences. Y'all know I'm a life coach. If you ain't booked a session with me, book a session with me, okay? Because you're missing out. You can catch the link at the very top of the comment section, pinned to the comments. But when you forgive yourself, you literally set yourself free. You open up vibrationally, energetically, for you to be able to move on instead of having the past kind of sitting there haunting you. When you are living in the past and badgering yourself, beating yourself up over the things that you should have did, things that you could have did, should have, could have, would have, you holding yourself hostage. It's like you putting yourself in your own jail. You become your own worst enemy, and you become stagnant. You become stagnant in energy. You become stagnant in motivation. You become stagnant in relationships, because you're constantly holding on to what should have happened, what could have happened, instead of being in this present moment and enjoying life for what it is right now. There's not no one, and I mean not no one on this planet who doesn't look back and say, dang, I could have did this different. Dang, I should have did that. We all go through that. But the moment you forgive yourself, I'm telling you, it's just like a weight lifted off your shoulder, because when you not forgiving yourself and you stand in energy of you did something wrong, number one is we all grow, and we cycle through different cycles in life, right? So there's a lot of the times that you did the best you could with the tools, the knowledge, the information, and the resources that you had. There's a lot of things, and I'll be talking to so many of you guys, there's a lot of things that you guys are holding on to, and you didn't even know no better. And that's not to say we don't know right from wrong, but your upbringing plays a role, what kind of parents you had, if you had parents or not, if you had siblings, what kind of love, what kind of affection you received. And a lot of times we get to adulthood and we realize, damn, I kind of raised myself. And that's no shade to any parents. Parents are doing the best that they could do. There's some parents out there working 3 and 4 jobs just to stay above water. But because they're always at work, they're not physically present in their kids' life to kind of give them those day to day. Okay. So this is no shade to no parents or none of that. Okay. Everybody is doing the best that they can. But when you look back, you be like, dang, I kind of raised myself, or I had to teach myself this, or I had to teach myself that. And as you enter into adulthood and start to grow in adulthood, you're learning as you go still. These are some things that you're learning that you didn't know as a child. You weren't meant to learn it until age 20, until age 25, until age 30, or you weren't presented circumstances until you got to adulthood to know how to navigate these things. And let me tell you this, good decision making comes from a lot of failure. Becoming great comes from a lot of failure. Stepping into your best self comes with a lot of mistakes. And the word mistakes are not even mistakes. Mistakes is just data collected on what you should and what you should not be doing. It's just data collected on what's working for you and what's not working for you. It's just data collected on, okay, I prefer this or I don't prefer this. This is yielding this result and this is yielding that result, or this is yielding no results for me. That's all failure and mistakes really is. It's just data collected. And that's how I want all of you guys to view mistakes, because when we get into the mindset of, like, excuse my language, well, I'm a fuck up, I'm this, I'm that, it is literally dimming your light and depleting you into thinking that you're not really as great as you are, when really, you great. You hear me when I'm telling you, you're great. Especially if you're part of the winner circle, you are great. Okay, there's no mistake, there's no past action, there's nothing that you could do in the eyes of God. There's nothing that you could do that the universe is not ready to help you with cohesively in a harmonious manner, because literally all it is data collected on what you want and what you don't want. A lot of the times we have to make the wrong decision in order to know what the right decision is. You've got to experience what you don't want in order to know what you do want. You got to experience things that you don't like or that leave an ick taste in your mouth or leave you a bad feeling in order to go after the things and say, okay, this really feels good. This satisfies me. This appeases me. Okay. And you're constantly evolving. Without mistakes, how you gonna evolve? Without hitting rock bottom, how you gonna rise to the top? Without bumping your head, how are you gonna realize, dang, I shouldn't have did that? The mistake, the downfall, the setback is vital for growth. There's a lot of fine tuning going on. There's a lot of boundary settings that needs to be happening that you are learning. There's a lot of skin that needs to be thickened, that's thickening. There's a lot of emotional control that's being harnessed in those mistakes. There's a lot of self-love that is being conjured up inside of you when we're learning mistakes. You don't know how to value yourself until you experience a motherfucker who not valuing you. And yes, you can love yourself, but I promise you, not to maximum capacity. You're not going to know what that feels like until you experience something in opposition of what it is that you want, in opposition of what it is that you want to experience, in opposition of what it is that you're looking for. You're not going to really know until you experience these things. God said, if you need thick skin to get to where you need to be to because you're trying to be a millionaire, guess what? I'm going to thicken your skin. And this can only happen from circumstances. This can only happen from situations taking place. You don't just wake up the next morning and have thick skin. You go through stuff. You've got to go through shit to get to shit, okay? I'm going to say it again. You got to go through shit to get to shit. You go through things. You go through things, you guys. You got to go through some things to acquire and transform into that person that you need to be to become the greatest version of yourself. So I'm gonna need y'all to ease up. Stop bashing yourself. Stop telling yourself how you're a screw up, you're a mess up, you did this, you did that. Knock it off. We're not doing that. I only want you to speak uplifting words to yourself. I only want you to speak positivity back into your life, back into your mind. I want you to look in the mirror and talk to yourself. Do this every day. You will experience breakthroughs, okay? Stop holding your past over yourself. Stop holding your past against you. And literally, I promise you, the moment that you decide to stop being held captive from your past, you're going to elevate. You're going to have breakthroughs because what's happening is you're letting go of this stress, this tension in your body, which keeping you low. It's weighing you down, keeping you at a low vibration. And then once you release it, you elevate. You let go of baggage. It's just like when you about to catch a flight. You about to catch a flight. Let's say we taking Delta Airlines. When you go get on Delta, you can't have all this baggage. They have a bag limit, and then each bag has a weight limit. And then if you exceed the weight limit, you got to pay more. Then if you exceed the bag expectation, you got to pay more, or you're not catching the flight. In order to soar high, you cannot have baggage. You are required to lighten the load. And when you lighten that load, that's when you take off. That's when the plane takes off and up into the sky and it starts to ascend. You will start to ascend as soon as you let go of that baggage. Let go of that dead weight. Get rid of all that trauma. Let go of all that pain. Let go of all that accusatory energy. Yes, accusatory. Let go of all that accusatory energy to where you're being your own worst enemy and you holding yourself down with all this baggage. Y'all remember that song Bag Lady by Erykah Badu? Bag Lady, you gon' miss your bus. You can't hurry up because you got too much stuff. You got too much shit. Unpack it. Get rid of it. Let go of everything that is not serving you, okay? Let go. Nobody's holding over your head except for you. And if you are in contact with people who are still holding your past over you, get rid of them too. They baggage, okay? Let them go. Okay, there is not a single soul on this planet that doesn't make mistakes. There's not a single soul on this planet that doesn't look back and say, I could have did this better, did this different. Everyone. What is that Bible scripture when they say somebody who is not of sin cast the first stone? It's crickets because everybody is of sin, even though I don't identify as a sinner, but I'm using that as a parable for y'all. There is nobody squeaky clean. We are all going through things, and as long as you are not rinsing and recycling mistakes, as long as you are not staying stagnant in that energy, you are in good condition. As long as you are learning from your mistakes, you look back and you analyze and say, okay, It's okay to analyze. It's okay to say what you're gonna do next, but then let it go. Let it go. When you let go of that baggage, you will elevate, you will have breakthroughs. And again, with the elevation, because once you let go of that dead weight, you start to love yourself. It's another form of self-love when you start to forgive yourself. And love, I say this all the time, you guys, love is the foundation for all abundance. When you start loving yourself and you really love yourself through and through, flaws and all, mistakes and all, no matter what your body look like, no matter what you smell like, take care of your hygiene. But no matter what you consider a flaw or not to be perfect on you, you just love yourself through and through. You untouchable. And that form of self-love, it unlocks doors spiritually that you could never imagine. That spiritual world get to working in your favor. That spiritual world get to working in your favor, because when you loving yourself, you are being true to who you are, and everybody wants that, because 90% of the world is fake. Let's just be real. Let's keep it real. A lot of people put on a facade. There's some people who loving themselves just not to maximum capacity. A lot of people trying to fit in with the Joneses. A lot of people doing this just to get approval. A lot of people doing that just to fit in. A lot of people doing this just to look a certain way, or just to appease everybody else. It's a lot of fake shit going on in this world. The moment you start loving yourself through and through, I promise you, you got the keys to all abundance. So forgive yourself, you guys. Forgive yourself of any past trauma, any past, whether it was your doing or someone else's doing. Unlock that. And if you need help unpacking some trauma, book a session with me. I always have a special going on. Right now, I think the New Year's special is still up there, but book a session with me and I can help you step into the greatest version of yourself. Help you with that self-love, help you with that forgiveness, and help you to elevate and unlock doors that you have never opened and unlocked before. But loving yourself, you guys, forgiving yourself. Forgiveness is key, not just for you forgiving everybody else, but forgiving yourself, and understand that you did the best that you could with the tools, the knowledge, and the resources that you had. And it's okay. Life goes on. Without those lessons, without those bumps in the roads, without Without that trial and error, you wouldn't be who you are today. Everything is happening on purpose. Everything is happening with a purpose, with a reason, and it's shaping you and molding you into be the person that you need to be. So, I mean, either two things gonna happen. Two things can happen. Either you're gonna repeat or you're gonna evolve. What are you doing? Are you evolving or are you repeating? If you're repeating, you ain't learned no lessons. If you evolving, it don't matter what your past look like. You have learned lessons and you have evolved. We all doing it. Let go of the things that you are ashamed of. Let go of your mistakes. Let go of the decision makings that you are not so thrilled or so happy about. It is okay, baby. I'm here to remind you, it is okay. If you are evolving and not repeating, you are in good shape. You're doing a wonderful job. Now go in the mirror and tell yourself how much you love yourself. I love you guys, and I will see you next time at the Winner's Circle. Because remember, y'all, at the Winner's Circle, we getting betterer and betterer and betterer.